What's that?
Our AA Best Bail Bonds Radio Row coverage from New Orleans is brought to you in part by Flight by Yuengling, Circa Las Vegas, Smokey Mo's Barbecue, Synergenx Testosterone and Weight Loss, and Southern Recipe Pork Rinds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back to the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Minix. Our AA Best Bail Bonds Radio Row coverage continues, brought to you in part by our friends with Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, now joined by Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas. And I just got to start, dude, the gold jacket. When you're walking around Radio Row and you've got that gold jacket, I don't know how often you break that out, but this is a week where you break it out because you just get into everything when you have that on, right?
Well, the Pork Rind Association, they do a little thing. They do it a little differently because I've seen a couple of Hall of Famers out there be going like, "Oh yeah, oh okay," because you wear this jacket. When you see guys wearing this jacket, that means they're getting paid big time because you only wear it for that, right? Yep. Yeah. So no, it's been great to I mean it's the gold jacket, and like they asked me to wear it, and I was kind of like, yeah. But I said, you know what, the hell with it, So I've been taking a lot of pictures with fans or whatever, so it's been great.
That's awesome. I'd be wearing that thing to the grocery store, to the dry cleaners. I'd wear that thing everywhere.
Everywhere, right?
I mean, you're taking a lot of people see that. Like,
yeah.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Like if they don't know you, like that dude's right. Somebody. That dude is somebody. And then they go, holy,
yeah.
Thurman.
Right.
That's what it is, man. The idea, I really thought when I heard that you had signed with porkrinds.com to do these events and all the stuff you're doing on social, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I really thought, man, that's a home run because the Bills are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Oh yeah, I was right there too. And I'm like, this is going to be a perfect match, The Bills Mafia here in New Orleans, man. I was like, and you know what? I felt all that way until the fourth down play. I felt like when Josh and them were out on that drive, I felt like this is it. This is going to be the drive, right?
Yep.
This is going to be it right here. And obviously it didn't happen, but I'm still a little disappointed. I'm still a little upset because at that game, I was the one that was going to present the Lamar Hunt Trophy to the Buffalo Bills. I was on the field there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like, not again. I'm like, oh, my God. I mean, I was so hurt. When the young lady, Katie, turned to me and said, you can go back to your suite now. I'm like, no. I mean, my heart just dropped. My heart just dropped. Even all the way until then, I still felt like this is a moment for Josh and the Bills to come through. And obviously they didn't, but yeah, I was that close and very confident that they would pull it off. But I mean, it's almost impossible to beat a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who thrives on games like this,
Thurman, it's interesting, and I read something and I thought, man, maybe this makes a lot of sense. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, maybe they were just born at the wrong time.
Yeah. It could be. It could be. But I don't think, like, I look at Patrick Mahomes and I look at this game against Philadelphia, I'm like, if he's going to be like you can say like he's the GOAT or whatever, but him winning this game takes that to another level because first of all, it's a three-peat. Yeah. And nobody's done a three-peat before. And you don't think that he's going to be motivated to try to get a four-peat? So he's just making it extra hard for everybody because they're getting these first to three-peat or four-peat. And so him and Andy Reid together, man, I don't know how much longer Andy Reid's going to coach. I mean, but them two together, they're Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. These two have done a remarkable job.
Well, and you think about Andy Reid. I don't know why he'd stop. I mean, why stop now? Because
right.
you don't know where it's going to end. So you're stacking history, and they've got a chance to win 3 in a row. You certainly know what it's like to get to 4 Super Bowls in a row,
right, yeah.
and just how difficult that is. every year for things to go your way,
Right.
like Josh Allen not getting the first down, which I think we all know he did,
Right.
but the guys on the field and whoever looked at that video said no. But I mean, you have a better understanding of what it's like for those Chiefs
Yeah.
just to get there.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it didn't turn out well in the end, but to get through year in and year out, some of the injuries, some of the plays don't go your way. I mean, we were behind Houston 35-3. How did we win that football game? I mean, you just have to be lucky sometimes, and things just have to go your way. And things went our way all the way until the last game. And I can't understand it. Don't know how it happens, but it just happens.
Thurman Thomas.
It just broke my heart.
Yeah, lifelong Oiler fan here. How did take
Just
us,
broke my heart, Thurman.
I mean, just for Joe. What was it like in that game, being down the way you were, and then battling back in that game? Just take us through all the details there, just because this guy deserves it.
I mean, they jumped out as 28-3 at halftime, came back out. Bubba McDowell picked it off, 35-3. Darryl Talley, our outside linebacker, told everybody to come together, and a couple of players went or whatever. And Darryl said, "Now we got them right where we want them." We ain't looking at it like this is gonna be some fiery speech or whatever, And before you know it, onside kick there, whatever. On one play, Don Beebe caught a touchdown, but it shouldn't have counted because he stepped out of bounds. But luck, it just went our way, and I still today I still cannot believe that we won that football game. There's no way anybody watching that could figure out that we were going to win that football game. But like Darryl said, let's just play to the end and just keep on playing. And like I say, the breaks went our way, and we end up winning.
Well, what were you guys thinking? I mean, when Jim Kelly goes out,
right?
And you got Frank Reich coming in,
yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, this is great. Super Bowl, Dallas Cowboys, and then it just started rolling downhill.
Well, I tell you what, one of the quotes that came out of that is that Gail Gilbert was our third string quarterback, and he went up to Frank Reich and said, "You did this in college before." He was University of Maryland playing the University of Miami. They were down 31-0 to University of Miami in Miami, and Frank came back and won that game.
Wow.
Yeah, and so Gail said, "Do it again."
And he did.
Yeah. And he did.
And he did. We lost on the opportunity of an all-Texas Super Bowl.
We did.
Yeah. Which for a lot of people out there is still there. But as a Cowboy fan, I just want to see my Cowboys back in.
Right.
I don't want to see the Eagles win, so I'm rooting for the Chiefs. But I love the Saquon story.
Yeah.
The idea that Saquon sat out that last game and didn't chase the record.
Yeah.
As a Hall of Fame running back, how long do you think it will be before he regrets that decision?
Probably the following week. Yeah. Or whenever the coach told him that you're not going to play or whatever. Listen, records are made to be broken. And I know people will say, well, what if Saquon gets hurt or whatever? I said, well, I always go back to a story when the New England Patriots and they're playing in their last game to go undefeated throughout the regular season. They played the entire football game and still had the following week off. So if they can do it, why can't Saquon do it? I mean, you're talking about Randy Moss and Tom Brady at that time. It's Saquon Ball. And you're playing your former team. I want to get the record on that.
Yeah.
I want some of that. The record's been for 40 years. Let's see if another person can break it in 40 years.
Yeah, exactly. But as a player, though, Thurman, how do you weigh that, right? What's best for the team and then individual stats?
I think it all depends on your coach and who you have. Yeah, Marv wasn't really into records or stats like that, but people can say what you want. I'm out here running this football. I've been doing this all my life. I deserve an opportunity to break this record.
Yeah,
I don't care. Excuse me. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I want to be in a position. But his teammates would have enjoyed that moment. and it would have been celebrated for the next how many years? 20-something years. Those guys in that locker room, man. I hope he can come back and do it again next year, which he probably will.
He probably will.
He probably will. So
and you get that once in a lifetime opportunity. I was thinking, man, just from a financial benefit for the rest of his life, autograph shows, you're writing that. You're making more money.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Yeah, I'm all for it, man. I mean, look, the guy had a phenomenal year. Anybody that can turn around and spread his legs and jump over a defender, he got my books to do anything that he wanted to do.
It's incredible.
To do anything that he wants to do.
So, Thurman, when you're watching Sunday, do you hate Kansas City because of what they did to Buffalo, or do you care?
No, I don't care. I'm an AFC guy. I go for the
Gotcha.
AFC every single year. It's just so happy, I mean, Mahomes is back at it again. He's from Texas. I'm from Texas. Hurts from Texas. I mean, you can't really go wrong, but I always go for the AFC every single year. So I never switch where Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia might win. And I think Philly does have a good chance to win the football game. I really do. And I think that starts again with Saquon Barkley. If he can establish that running game, I mean, what he did last week against the Commanders, first play, 60 yards for a touchdown. If he does that to the Chiefs, it's going to be some hearts breaking. Yeah, because I think if he does that, he sets the tone for the rest of the game, and so does that offensive line. One of the things that I love Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, if you have to throw almost every single down, it's not helping their offense.
Interesting. Thurman Thomas, Hall of Famer, joining us here on the Blitz. Of course, the game is Sunday. It's also Pork Rind Appreciation Day. And you've been doing a lot with porkrinds.com and all their social channels, some great video content that you've been putting out. For Pork Rind Appreciation Day, what's some of the part of your spread that you're going to have?
Oh, yeah. Well, it goes all the way to February 9th of 2025, where you can go to porkrinds.com, get on there, you register. You can win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl next year in Santa Clara, airfare taken care of, hotel taken care of, but probably the most important part out of all of that is that you get a year's supply of pork rinds.
That's awesome.
That is. And that game.
That's it. Hey, you know what? Hey, look, I'm sitting with my wife and her sisters in the game. I'm staying there with the pork rinds.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
And they got a cool game on there that's addicting.
It's addictive.
That game is more addicting than the pork rinds.
Right.
Exactly. It's old school. Good stuff.
It's old school.
Uh-huh.
Exactly right.
Porkrinds.com. Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas, thank you for jumping on with us here on the Blitz.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.